Everyone loves planning for the future together. The dream house, the travel bucket list, a shared reward after decades of hard work, right? But here's the part no one talks about. Most couples don't actually want the same retirement. Although they have the same bank accounts, same marriage, completely different visions. And for some couples, ignoring this disconnect ends up costing more in emotional strain and financial missteps than almost any other market downturn ever could. Hi, I'm Larry Sprung with Midland Financial. Having a shared financial goal is often positioned as a given when you've been together for years. And to be clear, many couples are perfectly aligned on the big picture. When communication is done thoughtfully, retirement planning can bring couples closer, creating a clear roadmap for shared joy, travel, and family. But when retirement is approached without these candid conversations, different expectations about lifestyle and purpose can backfire in ways most people don't see until the paychecks stop. Today, we're walking through three things: the reason couples naturally picture completely different retirements, three critical questions you need to ask each other today, how anchoring your financial plan creates a more fulfilling lifestyle, and along the way, I'll share a story that still stands out to me. So let's jump right in. Point one, why do we picture different retirements? The alignment gap. At its core, a successful retirement is a lifestyle choice first, not just a financial one. It's not just about the nest egg, it's about how you spend your time. You're choosing how to transition from a structured routine to complete freedom. That decision only works in your favor if both partners are working off the same script. This is where many couples get tripped up. We bring our own individual backgrounds, career experiences, and unstated dreams into the equation. One partner might view retirement as a hard-earned permission slip to slow down, stay close to home, and focus on family. The other might see it as the ultimate launch pad for global travel and high-energy lifestyle changes. What often gets overlooked is that these separate visions stack up against the same finite pool of money. In fact, Fidelity's Couples and Money study found that nearly half of all couples, about 47%, disagree on what their lifestyle will even look like in retirement. And even more surprising, more than half can't agree on how much they'll need to save to get there. If you don't address this mismatch early, you risk entering your peak retirement years with an incredible financial plan for a lifestyle that one of you doesn't even want to live. The irony here is many couples spend decades saving together without ever discussing what they're actually saving for. This is why good retirement planning starts with structural alignment and not just math. Point two, three questions every couple needs to ask. To bridge this gap, you need a strategy, and that strategy starts with three specific questions. This is not about checking boxes, it's about uncovering hidden expectations. Question one, what does a typical Tuesday look like 2 years into retirement? Think about it this way. If one person envisions golf and socializing, while the other envisions a quiet house and reading, your daily schedules and your daily spending will look vastly different. Question two, how much of your time and resources do we want to dedicate to family versus ourselves? This addresses major financial boundaries like funding adult children, traveling to see grandchildren, or choosing to prioritize your independent travel goals first. Question three, what is going to give you a sense of purpose when you no longer have a job title? This is where asset selection of a different kind matters. identifying the activities that bring you genuine personal joy so you don't find yourself bored, restless, or resentful. All of this reinforces the same idea. The money talk works best when it's planned, collaborative, and responsive, not rushed during a time of stress or forced upon you on your last day of work. Let me share that story I mentioned earlier. Recently, I sat down with a couple who found us on Google. I'll call them Mark and Ellen. Before we talked about accounts, statements, or retirement dates, I simply asked them this question: what brings you joy? Mark, he didn't miss a beat. My joy is Sunday dinner, the grandkids running through the house, handing flowers to my granddaughter at her dance recital, and taking them to see and experience The Lion King on Broadway. Then I looked at Ellen. She got quiet. And then she said, travel. I want to see the country. Maybe rent a house near the beach for a month. I want to adventure while we're still healthy enough to enjoy it. Same marriage, same money, two very different pictures of tomorrow, and neither one was wrong. Mark thought retirement meant finally being present. Ellen thought retirement meant finally being able to be away for extended periods of time. Couples often get stuck because they never put words around what joy looks like. So we slowed it down. How much travel feels exciting and how much feels exhausting? How much do you want to help the kids? What do you want your money to make possible? And little by little, the plan changed. They didn't need one person to win and the other person to lose. They needed a retirement that made room for both of them. So we built a plan for Ellen's travel and space for family and routine for Mark. Shared experiences they both could look forward to. That's the power of leading with joy. Because retirement planning isn't just about whether you have enough money. It's about whether your money supports the life you actually want to live together. Let's jump into point 3. Connecting the plan to shared joy and lifestyle. One of the most common mistakes we see is treating retirement as an all or nothing financial milestone. Hit the number, stop working, and then figure out the rest later. But behavioral research suggests that couples who deliberately connect their financial plan to specific lifestyle goals experience much higher long-term satisfaction. Spreading your resources intentionally across what truly matters, whether that's travel, multi-generational family experiences, or personal passions, creates a sense of control. It gives you the room to adjust for changes in health, market conditions, or even personal interests. It also reduces the risks of accidentally overspending on things that don't bring fulfillment, or worse, underspending out of fear and missing your window of good health. Strategic retirement planning is less about maximizing the final balance on a spreadsheet and more about creating consistency, purpose, and joy in the lifestyle you've earned. Retirement conversations are not about limiting each other. They're about understanding each other, because the same portfolio can create two very different retirements depending on what you both want your money to do. Time is an asset you cannot get back. This talk matters because it focuses on the life you want to build together. If you're close to retirement or already there, and you and your spouse are not on the same page, this is a conversation worth slowing down for. Ask each other, what brings you joy? Ask what a great Tuesday looks like. Ask what you want your money to make possible. The most costly retirement mistake isn't a bad market day. It's building a financial plan for a life neither of you actually wants to live. With the right strategy and honest conversation, your money can support your shared joy today and your ideal tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. I'm Larry Sprung with Midland Financial, where we strive to bring joy to your money journey. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.